Oh, that's my cue. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike. We are going to try something some would say is sacrilegious, some would say blasphemous, some would say, what in the world are you flying an Airbus out of Boeing field? We tried it once. Karma got us, I think. We're going to try it again. See if we can't beat that thing called karma. We're flying an A320, folks, out of Boeing Field for Phoenix. And yes, we're under the banner of American Airlines. However, we're not flying for American Airlines. We're just flying for Millennium. This tail number actually is an A321. So I didn't know that. Flight Factor, you ought to have known that. No, just kidding. Oh, but it has been a whirlwind morning here. So, kind of glad to just get a plane up and going. We'll go from there. I see Coco has checked in. I hope y'all check in. Let me know you're out there. And we're going to get this bird in the air. I already told you where we're going. Boeing Field, Seattle to Phoenix, Arizona. Hot and dry. I was going to say hot and humid. That's what I'm used to saying here. No, it's hot and dry. So, all right, going from humid and gloomy and always rainy to a desert, a desert city on top of it. So, all right, and again, we're not in a jetway, so we are looking at this. Now, one thing I miss from X Plane 11, and I can't remember how the buses worked, but I know I believe guys that still fly it can confirm this. The luggage loaders drove up. That's a bummer. But anyway, let's crawl up in the cockpit. Let's get this thing going. Oh, and by the way, for those that were here with the stream yesterday, while still the fuel trailer portion of this, this is an interesting actual truck here, folks. While it does have a fifth wheel, um, it really isn't meant to be dropped. It's really, we have one of these at the airport that I was let go from. And well, we didn't have a single axle on the back. But anyway, it's it's a unique vehicle. Why this didn't come to the A350, folks, I have no idea. I have no idea why that whatever that thing is for a fuel truck came over. That I can actually buy into now. The one we had was not Mercedes. I'd have to look at it again, and to be totally honest, I really don't care. So, but it's a really, you look at it, you expect it to do some things, and I don't know if the features are there you expect or not because of knowing airports other than ours that have the extra high up airplanes like the 777s, the A330s, and so forth. But it's a really neat deal. So I wish this is the one they'd use on the A330. Who knows? I've heard rumor the A350 is being teamed up with Tolis. I don't know if that's a nasty rumor that someone wanted me to start here on stream, but it's a possibility. And if so, maybe quicker. And maybe quicker. We're not going to go down that rabbit trail. This aircraft, we are, as the title says, we have blue sky star sounds. Kind of weird the way the words are written out, but they are on board and they are actually pretty good, folks. I will give that company kudos. Teamed up with this aircraft, really, really sound good. So let's get up in the cockpit as promised and go to work. All right, so we've pretty much powered up. You heard the APU just a few minutes ago. We've already, done a lot of pre-flighting, but we have a lot still to do. All right, so now that is really not helping. So hang on a second, folks. Just trying to get a barometric pressure. I'm pretty sure that may not be accurate. Okay. Um, Bear with me a second. There's the program I'm looking for. Sorry. Like I said, it's been a whirlwind morning. Oh, and continues. All right, there we go. Oh, the winds are calm here. Okay, 30, 18. Okay. Just wanting to get my altimeter kind of preset, but really? Okay, well, we're going to switch off that to 1-4 left. I had to think. All right, we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Okay, so we're on the line here. Now, most of the action at Boeing is as you look out here on the ramp to the right-hand side, across the runways. This is more general aviation. By the way, UPS flies in here. They've now either building or have in place 4 or 5 bays for aircraft to come in and out. So I assume just by that amount of work up here, this is kind of like a regional hub for them. FedEx is still up there or down there at SeaTac. So, yeah, a lot going on here, folks. Really. Actually, you know what? I have a bad feeling we chose incorrectly. We did. Hang on. I did choose incorrectly. There we go. Yeah, I'm just looking at it going, wait a minute, wait a minute. 1-4 left is right down there. So, all right. So SimBrief has already oopsed us again. So before we update get the IRS going here, let's bring in Sim Toolkit, get this thing pre-briefed really quick, and get going. So basically, consider this like a charter. We're taking somebody out of here, 82 people wise, taking them down to Phoenix. No cargo. So we have a payload of 6,800 kilos. Now, I've intentionally set this plane back to kilos to try to make it easier to work with, as well as more true to real life airline work. Now, will I do that with the 7.6? No. Just so you know, it works great the way it is until it screws up. So 82 people. We're going to go TAOMA, J5, just like we almost did last time. SUMMA to LTJ. We'll get the KU-63K on the way, Eli, and MATZO to 10s. Pretty much nothing but directs, except for that little run on the J5 toll road. No, just kidding. Brusher 1 is our arrival. All right, so 37,000 feet. Thank you, dispatch. 15 on the cost index. We'll see. And here we go. Weather here. Winds are calm, 10 miles visibility. Basically, the meteorological term for this is yucky. Overcast 2,000. So pilots inbound SeaTac, you might start, considering your instrument approaches and what you want to shoot. 18 on the temperature, 13 on the dew point. So not a great day, but you know what? I've heard that about Seattle. Pretty much yucky is the key word all the time. And that is a meteorological term, folks. Yuck. Or blick. Down in Phoenix, we're going to have to make sure our toupees are tied on because the winds are gusting to 16 out of the southeast, 10 miles of visibility, clear skies. What would you expect in the desert? Uh, and it's just a little tepid. It's at 98 or 97 degrees already. So, a little warm. Um, so, and they are suggesting, I think they're going to want us coming in on the 8s. We'll see when we get there. All right, I'm going to go ahead pre-file with VATSIM, get us up and going. And is that going to still be good? No. Okay, so let's go. The time I planned is not going to work, folks, so we're just adjusting our departure time. ATC delays. the new catchphrase. Gets the airlines out of trouble. No one seems to balk when it's an ATC delay. Boy, when it's an airline delay, I think it makes national news wherever it is. All right, so American 572, we're already up and running on ACARS. We're not going to forget today. And let's get back into it and get this thing up and flying, shall we? As soon as I click here. Oop, wrong click. There we go. And out of there. All right, so we have, like I said, powered up. Got the EPU up and running already. Still refueling. I didn't know that. Actually, I really didn't know that. I thought it was pretty much done. And I'm talking a little softer today. Our cadet is over, and as always during the week, pretty much every day now, and we're trying to get her to take a nap. So, and that's why I'm keeping it soft, so we can try and keep noise levels down. Got the air conditioner set to kick on when the temperature hits the right numbers. So try to keep everything to where she can sleep.
CC793, go down.
Uh-oh. Coco's going around. Why? All right, so let's get up here, finish this off. All right, lights all check out good. Okay, and surprise, surprise for me today, I could set the radio immediately. Surprise, surprise, if you were here last week, Monday, you would have found it took quite a bit to get it to work. Oh, I just don't get this with Flight Factor. Why it's so difficult. All right, we saw, well, let's get down here. The flap levers are up. Now, to verify flaps in this plane, folks, we don't have an idiot gauge like Boeing does. You know, it tells you where it's at. It's here on your display. The A350 was over here on your primary flight display. Spoilers are down. Now, unfortunately, and I really wish Flight Factor was listening, it's incorrect, the lever here. There should be a white strip around the base of this, so when you pull it up, it arms it, and you see the white strip to know they're armed. That's not here. And this panel looks seen better days. Let's just put it that way. Hang on, while I'm here, wouldn't hurt, get my frequency up here and over here, just in case. Put another Unicom in and we'll leave that available for any ATC. All right, parking brakes are set and we can't, unfortunately, locking, unlocking, I don't think works here. It did something. So, and again, that could all be part of the sound texture. but it's not the greatest textures. Now, they had me or had us do something, gosh, a year ago now. I did it, and then a lot of the click spots went away on the overhead. So I went back to, and then a few months ago, before the tunnel vision happened on the aircraft with sevens, um, asking what we thought of this panel, never heard back. Yeah, it's not that great. All right, so we've done that. Probe heat, let's get up here. Okay, off, and APU bleed's coming on. Cursor switch on. Packs are going into play. All right, so let's start into it, shall we? APU bleed. All right, so as we complete this out, air conditioning will set a little over, cockpit a lot. We get to fly with the sun. Generator 1, 2 are in fault. Bet you can't figure out why. And ventilation panel looks good. Okay, here they go. 1. Looking for on bat. If I haven't said it, folks, this is an amazing sound set. Coco, that is yet. They are testing some. That's what you look for on bat, and then the next one, go. And yes, if we were to zoom in, they can't count. It's 1 way over here to get 2, and then back to 3. You know, the way I count it, usually went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Electricity seems to be where they think everything should go. I disagree, but they're not going to listen to me. Now, if you all make me one of those big Hollywood stars, yeah, maybe they might turn their head and then turn back and still not listen. But, you know, hey. So, all right, so we've got the ADIRs going into alignment, strobe lights. Okay, we'll just finish that side. Come down here. Strobes are in auto. Now, this aircraft, your nav and logo are one switch, your wing lights a switch, and your beacon. It's not like the A350, a little different. We'll not say more complex because it really isn't. Holly, well, Holly just might if Holly would talk. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on now. Smoking's no smoking's been turned on since start so that we be able to refuel without any of that hassle. Just did the lights. Dome lights are off. Lighting is set. And working our way through. Emergency lights land. Elevation is auto. And fuel pumps can now be turned on. And we can start with the initialization. Hang on a second. Let's make sure nothing changed over here. Zero fuel weight wise. Looks good. We'll set one more time. Go to service, and I'm going to start pulling them away. And we'll just leave the one up front till we're ready to pull out of here. Did I click remove? Hang on a second. Why is the door still open? There it goes. Huh. I didn't know you had to click them twice. Huh. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Huh. Didn't know that. Then again, it's flight factor. All right. So we're to the point where we hit the McDo. All right. I'm also, before we do it, I'm going to take our EFIS panel, go to Plan, go to VOR, go to VOR, just because those are down the road. 20's good. And we're going to go from here. Let me see how this looks real quick. Okay, I'm bringing in charts. That's the kicker. Well, the good thing is I can do that. You get a good view. All right. First thing you always want to do, we're coming up week's end, I believe, will be the 5th. So be looking for an update coming to your simulator and FMCs that you have. That date is the 5th of September, 5 or 6, somewhere in there. This is the Flight Factor A320. I think it's sold as the A320 Uniform U. But it's a good aircraft. It's a beta, like everything in X-Plane 12. But for the most part, it does a good job. They've had some issues with, as X-Plane updates, trying to keep the plane up to date, and that's where I have to go back and just keep doing this, or we'll get on a really bad rabbit trail. That's where me and them part ways. So 8 August, 5 September, so we're good. Let's go to the init page. There we go. Now, with SimBrief, read the manual that comes with. They'll show you how to get this coupled to your SimBrief account, and then all you got to do is click init request and just wait. It loads in at a pretty good clip. I don't think so, and we don't have any coordinates, so align on ref and return. Now you can go to your wins. The sad thing here is not a lot works. And version 55, who knows, whatever's next in line for it, if they ever get to it, maybe we would have to wait and see. Cost index, everything looks good. Okay, go to flight plan, BFI, departure. All right, this is why I brought charts in. What departures do we have out of here? Well, we'll go off the Nirvana departure. So we'll add the, wait a minute. Yeah, Nirvana. And then from Nirvana, direct TAOMA. Okay, so our winds, we have Pilot's Edge, okay. Well, we have to go with Pilot's Edge. They're arriving, departing, 14 left and right. Okay, well, we're not on Pilot's Edge. VATSIM's not up, so we're good there. Hang on a second. Clear out. Weather, still the same, broken at 2,000 and so forth. Be careful with this, folks. There's mountains not far to the east of here. So you want to make sure you turn before them, because by the time we get to Nirvana, we'll be into clouds. Granite cumula is not a good cloud to be in. That's cumulus clouds around a mountain. You normally don't fly out. Okay, so we have determined 14 right, Nirvana 1, and looks like no SIDS. We're going to leave it like this, even though I know we're going to go pretty quick on the direct. Now we're watching the nav display to make sure everything is kosher with flight. TAOMA. It'll come up. There we go. Now that's the line for the, consider it Boeing heads a vector. Okay, so that line's going to continue on to eternity, wherever that is to end. I don't think there is such an end to eternity. Anyway, SUMMA. All right, so now we just kind of follow the chart here, and we make sure what we see here shows up here. Now, we did run into troubles, I think, here, so we'll find out. LTJ, okay. KU 36 or 63, okay. Eli, MATZO, and TENS. Okay, we just aligned. Hang on. Get that one in a second. All right, and we're going to do exactly the same thing here. Phoenix, arrival. All right, what runways? I'm pretty sure that is not going to be a runway. Let's go to the real world. What are they on? Visual 8, 7 right, 7 left. Now, for those of you not familiar with Phoenix, Southwest is on the side with the runway 725s. American, which used to be U.S. Air, which, well, American was always American, but they got bought out by U.S. Air, who got bought out by America West, who was hubbed or based in Phoenix. I never get the two because they had hubs in both Phoenix and Las Vegas. So I don't remember which one they actually headquartered in. So you're parking on the side with the 826. And old days, American, I think, actually did park down in the Terminal 2 area, or whatever that's called. So we're going to be wanting runway 8. All right, so, and that's what we're doing here. Simultaneous is approach, visuals to runway 8, 7 right, departing 7 left. That's real world, by the way, so that's 15 minutes old. So if you were in the air right now over Phoenix, tuned in the ATIS, this is what you would hear. And VATSIM is not up at this time. First thing we're going to do is flip-flop to runway 8. Next, we're going to click available approaches. All right, so for runway 8, that means we're flying easterly. We're coming down Brusher to Jamel, and we'll hit the localizer slash RNAV slash whatever we want to fly right on final. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Right at Jamel was into Phoenix. So just a little I've learned over the years about Phoenix is America West was on the north side of the big terminal, Southwest the south side. And both of them, well, America West was huge. Southwest became huge there on the south side. Now, joining America West were a bunch of international flights. I think the international terminals there, unless they've moved it. So, but that would have been back in the America West days. Enough history, I know. So Jamal, so over here, let's just get back in the game here. ILS. We're coming in Brusher 1 and Tense. Oh wait, Via. No Via. Not allowed. I think this is where we ran into all our troubles. Yeah, because we're missing stuff here. So let's try it again. The reason being, those two fixes are actual stuff. So let's see if I can't make it happen here. The problem is I can't get that transition. Because there's actually two that come in here. Let's try something. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Ah, there's where I got it. Got it now. Insert. Okay. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to run it down one more time. There we go. All right, MATZO. No. Oh, wait. Sorry. Got it wrong. Dewey. There we go. Now we're locked in. A little different than most. Okay, got it. Okay, Jamal was up right on in and out to our hold point. Good deal. We're ready to go there. Ah, finally got that to work. Rad nav looks good. Perf. This is the other fun one. All right. Now we can do a couple things here. We can actually use the perf calculator. Get. There's our runway length, and I'm going to verify. 3,050. Yep. 135. Yep. Slope. All of that's built in. Temperature, that I'm not 100% sure of. KBFI is 20. $10.22. Close enough. Dry winds 3-3. We'll take it. It doesn't matter. And all you do is click calculate, and it'll tell you. I ain't doing flaps that. We'll do flaps 1, and it's going to calculate out. Okay. 146, 147, 151. We're good to go with that, right? Set. Boom. Set over here. Now, why we got the check takeoff? No flaps, no THS. Go to perf. Uh-oh, something changed. You gotta love it. Hang on, let's make sure nothing else is exuberantly wrong. 82, that looks wrong too. Nope. Fuel and packs are good. Cargo, incorrect. 1900. Now, let's go to Int'l. We forgot to do one thing. Next page, weight, 49.7, 23.3, that all looks good. 8.3, that looks good. So, now, let's go back to the perf calculator and recalculate. Go back to the perf page. 146, 147, 151 set. And now we need to go up 1.2, so it's flaps 1 diagonal up 1.2. Wow. I've never had that before, folks. Oh, jeez. So, we are now set, ready to go. Let's remove the baggage loaders, and we're going to go ahead and that's set to call. Let's make sure. Okay. And that's ready to go. And we are ready to go, folks, and I hope you are strapped in. Let's go to supply. First off, go up top. Signal. Okay, we're cool. Okay, off the external power. We're ready to go, folks. Six 6627. I'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, we're back with you. Sorry, the wife, I work here, same office as my wife does, and the stuff she deals with doesn't need to come across the stream. She works for a university, and all of that stuff that goes on with students needs to stay there with her and the students. So if I seem to like poof, disappear real quick voice-wise, that's why. All right, folks, we're ready to fire up. ACARS is already running. Just double checking. Okay, we did not forget this time. All right, so here we go. First thing I'm going to do, pull the chocks. Next, get ready. All right, let's make sure we finished everything. Pack flows, engine file, radios set, altimeters. 3018. Does that sound even close? Actually, 19. Okay. Okay, we'll turn the landing system on in case we got to come back. All right, so we're on R20, speeds managed, headings managed, altitude. I'll be right back, folks. We got to close the house up. The air conditioner just kicked on. All right, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. All right, we're ready to go. Altitude. Hang on a second. There we go. Initial out of here. We'll go to 5,000. Okay. Dot and nose wheel steering's on. Switches are at 12 o'clock. Transponder is set. A little further. And sorry about that, folks. Clear and flight plan. All right, cleared. Roger, American 572 is cleared. Nirvana 1 departure. Nirvana direct TAOMA. Initial climb 5,000. 10 minutes later, flight level 370. We're ready to start. Taxi. Roger, taxi 14 left or 14 right. Correction. American 572. Okay, so chocks are pulled, beacons on, APU available and on, bleeds on. Here we go. Oh, deathly quiet. And folks, when I flew Allegiant in an A320, I think it was, might have been a 319, same plane, just one smaller than the other. This is what it sounded like. Okay, fail. Let's do number 1. Okay, chronos are on. Switch to normal. All right, let's do it. Go up top here, turn the bleed off. Come down to the bottom, bring the ground spoilers up. Now again, see that white strip is not showing. Flaps 1. Come up here. I kind of like that this display is the way it is. Tolus, it's in the way a little bit, but I mean, they both work outstanding. Yeah, here we go. The sun's hurting. Here we go. We said 1.2, so that's what we're gonna make the trim say. Now it would say down. Well, you'll see here. See how it says up, and we're going to 1.2. While I'm here, why not? It does seem kind of laggy, doesn't it? Okay, really does. Let's check. It is 28. Wow. Don't know if that's the weather, if we've got a lot of traffic in the area or what. But yeah, that's kind of bad. All right, so let's head up here. APU off. We're ready to taxi, folks. Seatbelt signs on. Nose wheel elapsed time started. Flight controls checked. Auto brake to max. Brake fans on. Terrain. As soon as we get going, here we go. All right, finishing everything up. Okay, test complete. And American 572 ready to go. 1-4 right. Roger. Clear for takeoff. 1-4 right. Runway heading to Nirvana, then TAOMA. American 572. Flight attendants, take your seats for departure.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Okay, airspeed's alive. V1, rotate. Positive brake gears coming up. Airborne flaps. Roger, on up to 37,000, American 572. All right, folks, we are on our way. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's see. Right at about an hour to get airborne. Not bad. Okay, direct TAOMA. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed. Um, don't forget, this is September. I'll give you a little of the details right here. And take advantage of them, folks. We would love for you to subscribe here and get your 25% off for your month subs. Coco is in first class. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. 25% off if you do a 3-month sub, 30% off if you do 6 months. We'd love to have you. Also, if you're into the Twitch's loot cave options, there's 20% off if you use Twitch sub 20 when you do your purchase. So we'd love for you to be a part of when you sub a channel, folks. You get some pretty cool emotes. I'm trying to get mine upgraded, and also ad-free viewing. It's probably, to me, one of the biggest perks. So thank you so much for those of you that have taken that plunge and subscribed. We try to do our best for you. We're working on trying to set up the voice server so only people who sub have access. And so it's a perk so that you can be on as voice. Okay, we're through 10,000 feet already, folks. The rocket is in the air. Oh wait, that was Coco yesterday. Hopefully I won't blow your ears out. Yeah, I did. I have to say though, folks, the big sky star sounds are amazing. And when I first flew this plane with the additional sounds put on, I thought I was in that flight to, we actually flew to Mesa, Arizona with Allegiant and from St. Louis, and great service. I mean, I know they have their problems. Trust me, folks, many a late night there. But, I mean, it's an airline, folks. Planes break. ATC doesn't show up to work. I mean, it's just like any other job. It happens. And we really had a great flight to Mesa. So, and those sounds just triggered me. Wow, that's what it sounded like. So, and I always sit pretty well. We try to get the wing seats, the wing emergency seats. My wife's tall, and that helps her out immensely. Me, I just enjoy the window looking out. I could care if I'm in the tail or in the nose. Prefer to be seat number 2 next to the pilot, but some rule says I can't. I'm working on it. Or at least the jump seat. Come on, guys. But, you know, that's just, you know, the doggone rules. So, the livery you see here actually used to be out there. I've been told it is still out there. I can't find it. And the tail number, like I said, folks, that is an A321. So, this is an A320. But this was the U.S. Air takeover of American. Now, they kept the name, just like American West kept U.S. Airways because it was more known than they were. And likewise, that buyout kept American's name on it. And then they came up with the gray American flag kind of deal they did on the aircraft. I'm like, if you're going to do the flag, do the flag. like North American did. All right, well, I am going to kind of sit back, relax, folks. I hope you all enjoy. And are we having troubles? No, we're not. Okay. I thought I saw troubles. Brewing. Just making sure here. Everything looks good. Okay. And one more thing I want to look at before I get the music going. Well, first off, look out there, folks. This is why the Pacific Northwest is a hidden treasure in the U.S. These dormant volcanoes, the mountainous territory. It is very beautiful. I, as a trucker, never got out there. Closest I got was Salt Lake City. They would not send me any further west. I was so upset with that company with that. Oh, I would have loved to have seen this. But they thought I'd rather see Michigan. Yeah, the two do not even come close. So, but anyway, beautiful territory up here. All right, let's go standard. Make sure we're across the board, and we are. And we're 25, so I'm gonna be nice. Even though it's daylight, turn off the wing lights. All right, folks, we are on our way, and just a couple settings here, and we'll have the music up and running. Looks like about 2 hours to our destination. Enjoy the flight, folks. Actually, volcano, that is... Oh, Duluth Fly is... Would let us know. Oh, wrong. Let's go here. Perfect. I heard somebody going around. Let's see, we are about to fly over Sunrise Peak, I think. That's if this section holds. is to be believed. Possibly Mount Adams. So, hey, bad attitude, welcome aboard. We could definitely turn the brake fan off. Again, another volcano out that way. And I think that's all we're gonna see on this part. So I hope y'all enjoy the ride. We got about an hour and 50 minutes to get down to Phoenix Town, and hope y'all sit back, relax, enjoy the music. Flying with Mike, headed out of Boeing Field for Phoenix with an Airbus. Alright folks, welcome in. Welcome to Flying with Mike. Just a little background on me. I've been flying in the flight sim world. I started back in 1999-2000 time frame. Now I did dabble back in the 80s with the original stuff Microsoft put out, but it wasn't until 1999-2000 when it really was on the upkick that I came in again. I do have a private pilot's license. Now, granted, I haven't flown using it regularly since 1986. But I've been with the flight sim world from 99 straight on up to today. Went through either 98 or 2000 as my starting point. Then I went to 2002, then a century of flight, Microsoft's best flight sim to date. Um, then FSX, not so great, but I stuck it out. I didn't switch over to prepared. I kept with FSX. Actually got a pretty decent computer to run it until it ran out of memory. And at that point, I decided it was time to dabble away from Microsoft. Went over to X-Plane, by the way, at the behest of Hawker 125. Um, and never going back to Microsoft after the switch. There's a little bit of a learning curve between sims. There always will be. But I don't think you're going to find, if you're into flight dynamics, anything better than X-Plane. Microsoft still believes in tables. Kristen 007. Da da da. I totally agree. X-Plane, X-Plane, X-Plane. Triple X-Plane. Came into X-Plane 11 and then, of course, made the flip over to X-Plane 12. They're doing it great. I mean, this latest beta update, folks, is phenomenal. What they have done in the Caribbean, and in part and the world in other areas, but just phenomenal. And hope to one day get back into real skies, flying real airplanes again. But you know what? I'm happy right now that not spending $100 an hour. And I don't even, I think I may be on the cheap side. Ooh, the IL-2. 1940, yep, I remember that. I didn't get into a lot of those combaters sims. I did think about dabbling in Microsoft's version way back when, um, uh, but never did. I did dabble with Falcon BMS, Falcon 4. Uh, that was amazing. The precursor to my dabbling with DCS, and too many blue screens in DCS, and I've just no more. So um, I hear they've got it all fixed, but I'm not. No, not going back to that. But yeah, very familiar with that. I always got a good kick. The Falcon BMS is based off F-16 Falcon. Everyone wanted F-15 Eagles. I'm sitting here going, you understand, this is meant for Falcons. Well, the world of flight simming, folks. All right, so hope you all enjoy. Hey, if you enjoy the channel, we'd love you to hit that follow button, folks. Come along with us on our journeys. Tomorrow there will not be a stream. Um, as I said in the beginning, we watch our youngest um, uh, daughter. Interesting way to put that. Our granddaughter, obviously, through the day. However, on Wednesdays, on top of watching that granddaughter, we trek over to St. Charles here in the St. Louis area and watch our middle daughter's daughter, granddaughter to us, obviously. The two are 6 days apart. So we watch them both pull our hair out and come back home. No, they're good kids. Exactly. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't find the IL-76 there. Or a C-130, true. Uh, DCS, Digital Combat Sim, does have, I've heard, a C-130. I've not heard how good. I was asked to come over to ARMA because they had C-130s. I love C-130s. I think they're one of the best combat planes out there, cargo planes. And I know I can hear you C-17 and C-5 guys going, you ain't flown a real plane until you've... No, you haven't flown a real plane until you flew a C-130. They're analog, you're digital. Now, the C-5 may not be. But ARMA 3, they... I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. This is a C-130? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Well, I had a lot of troubles with it, but that was 10, 15 years ago, and I'm just not dabbling back. Don't get me wrong, folks. I'm not knocking it. I just did not enjoy the experience. When it worked, it was phenomenal. Just like Falcon BMS, just unbelievable. But blue screens kind of deteriorate that. Oh, PBY4. Wow. Yeah, I've been in too many C-130s, so and I've actually had the privilege of flying on one. Oh, they're fun. I enjoy them, but oh, I had earplugs in. I had what we called Mickey Mouse ears on that you see ground crews wear for ear protection. And I can still hear it 35 years later humming in the back of my head. It is a very loud airplane. But I love it. Oh, looks like Los Angeles has come up, folks. I think we're skirting around it, though. Let us find out. Now that won't tell me. Doggone it, I should have known better. Oh, excuse me. We might skirt the far eastern edge. We'll see. Still a little ways off, but I'm glad to have you all aboard. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy Tuesdays to check us out. Awesome. That's awesome, Kristen. Retired captain, so you get some privileges. Love it. Like getting inside. That's awesome. I'll tell you, there's one airplane. Well, there might be a couple. I went to the Air Force. Well, I graduated from Dayton, Ohio, Beaver Creek actually, but Dayton area, where the Air Force Museum is. Oh, love that place. But they have an aircraft in there I would love to crawl around and see inside. The B-36 Peacemaker. The famous 6 turning, 4 burning. And if you don't know what that is, Google it on YouTube. Enjoy the video. one big bomber. Never got to go inside. Would love to go inside there just to see it. Only in the movies have I seen it. Yes, ma'am. Well, I won't go all of that, but yeah, it's a place, and it's an amazing place. A lot of research, a lot of development goes on there. Obviously, the B-52 was actually developed there over a weekend. And that part still blows my mind away in that story. But the B-36 was what an airplane. Had it made World War II, whew, but it didn't. It came out after. That's what one of the big things the Air Force wanted with it, plus longer range, heavier payloads. And they got it. And boy, did they get a plane in the B-52. I think they're up to now 3 or 4 generations of families who have been in that plane. Unbelievable. And it's got another at least 2 generations to go. Another 20 years easy, if not more. Yep, they have the 8 engines. Actually, it's right now, I think the 8 engines are still planned in this modification they're looking at on it, but they're trying to make it more efficient, more um, pollution less. That'll be a tough one, but and still keep it to its mission. You know, a lot of people don't know that plane, un-air refueled, can still go 8 to 9,000 miles on a tank of gas. Now they're still keeping the 8, but I don't know how this will all end up looking. You know, I'm sure it'll all look the same. It's just what's under the hood. But that's the amazing thing about that plane, the range it has unrefueled, air refueled. Likewise, the B-36, my favorite one, 10,000 miles on a tank, and it could not be air refueled. But then when you see that massive wing, it all makes sense. Yeah, the Air Force Museum in Dayton, folks, if you're into it, it is a place to behold. When I was going to it out of high school, I think 2 hangars, or did they have the third one? I can't remember, but it is so much larger today. At least 4 hangars. Um, and back in the day, they had an annex hangar over on the base there. There's three separate bases that make up Wright, Patterson, and something, I forget the third one. And really, there's not much, if anything, to it anymore. But on Wright Field, which is area, God, I'm not even go there because I always get it wrong, where the Air Force Museum sits, one of their hangars. The other air base, Patterson, which the two now are combined, that's the flying base right now. They've had B 52s there on alert back in the 50s, maybe 60s. Um, and now it's, like I said, research development. Um, they had the big Haraya 707s with the big, not the little fat nose, the gigantic nose on it. They've had laser labs in there. They've had, oh my gosh, all different types. Fifis come in, the B-29. Just an amazing assortment of aircraft in and out. But right now, C-17s are based. Yep. So, oh yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. And anything that's been in the Air Force inventory is in the hangars there for you to go up to. I actually got to sit in an F4. I'm going to here to tell you, this big old boy had a good old time trying to get in and out of that. You gotta understand now why they had the requirements of being a pilot back then. Um, they did not have a B-2. I'm trying to think if they had the 117 Nighthawk. The Nighthawk and the F-22, now F-35s, I don't think are there yet, but I'm sure they're working to get them in there. How they're going to do that with all the classified stuff, they'll probably obviously pull it, but I don't know. They'll actually put those in there right now. So, a lot of neat stuff there, folks. That's what you expect at the birthplace of flight. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if I took a picture of one or not when I was there last. I just can't remember if they had one in there. I would think they would. Now, the F-22 and the F-35, maybe not. The KC-46, no, not yet, because it's just way too new. Yes, the 117s were pretty cool. Uh, fancy word for interdictor. Yep. They did a great job. Don't get me wrong. However, very difficult to fly. The computers really did all the work on that plane. Pilots did their best, but man, I heard that thing was pretty much like a helicopter, not meant to fly. And if you fly helicopters, sorry. Truth hurts. But anyway, no. Hey, we appreciate that, Kristen007, for the follow. Thanks for following along. Well, Thursday, by the way, folks, we're going to be flying for American Virtual Austin to Dallas Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth to Destin. Ah, the Apache. you've enjoyed. We're looking at about just under an hour now to Phoenix, Sky Harbor. And I'm going to eat a little lunch. All right, folks, we are back from lunch. A little bit of leftover taco meat with a little cheese spread on it. Always good. Quesadilla without the queso. Or the dia. But anyway, all right, we are about 45 minutes out. Oh, excuse me. Now, of course, I got myself the hiccups. Of course. It's what I get for eating and not sharing. All right, folks, we roll on to Phoenix. You're in the Flight Factor A320. There's a lot of things that could still be done to help improve this in X-Plane 12. It was a really good model in X-Plane 11. It just, I don't know. It just, the panel, a few other little things here and there that could really help this out. Why are we descending? There we go. But overall, it's a good thing. Now, I have added the blue sky sounds. And to be totally honest, folks, the engine startups, throttle ups, all of that sound just like a CFM engine. If I remember right, I could be getting TOLUS mixed up in here. I thought we could put, oh, we had to have the mod for the IAEs. But I could put sharklets on the wings. That's what it was. TOLUS has all of the variants. But it's a good aircraft, folks. And it will fit the bill for tomorrow's flight from Austin to Dallas Fort Worth for American Virtual, and then over to Destin, Florida. All in, we'll be using this aircraft. Why? Because it's one of the many A320 aircraft that American Virtual allows that may not hit the, suit over on the other side of the fence. I even thought about updating the TOLUS A320neo with that conventional engine mod. Boy, watching a video on that, I'm like, holy mackerel, I don't know about this one there, Batman. So we'll keep this plane as best we can flying so we don't have to attempt that. And I'll put it out again. If you all know some good quality sound sets for the TOLUS, because it does have both different types of engines, let me know. And if there's some good instructional pieces out there on how to get those loaded in. So I would really love to add them. We already have the TOLUS aircraft. It's just, I would love to have the sounds like I would love to have this big sky star sounds that we have here on the A320. All right, now, as I mentioned, this is Flight Factor, so my checklist is really accurate for the TOLUS aircraft. It works for the A320, but some of it you can't do, like update top of descent winds. We're gonna right now take a look and see what we're looking at runway wise so we can make sure wind wise we're good for the runway. It appears we are. Real world still landing east, so we can expect a visual to runway 8 or 7 right. We'll do runway 8 because then we can dump right into American. Basically, folks, kind of treat this as like an American Airlines charter. We only have 82 people on board. And we're coming out of Boeing Field. I know, I can hear you all going, that's sacrilege. I know, that's why I like it. Oh, but anyway, folks, hey, it's all fun. You know, I've watched people take MD-11s in places they never should ever touch down. So, except in extreme emergencies. And even then, they really can't even get in and out of there. All right, so we are just about to the border of Los Angeles' airspace. I am not certain of whether or not we'll be contacted or not. Operating out here in this part of Los Angeles used to be, and I think here even recently can be kind of tough to get the controllers. So it gets kind of sparse out here. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, we should be probably in the next 30 or so miles. We have 80 to go to MATZO, and that is in the Los Angeles Center. Vegas will be south and west of us. We'll be on the west side of the plane. Probably not visible by looking at the distance away. So, all right, so enjoy, folks. We got a few more miles to go till top of descent. And, uh-oh. Somebody's yelling to dive. Who is it? Cano, Coco, welcome back. Uh, oh, that's you. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. All of a sudden I started hearing noise, and I'm like, did it transfer out to my speakers? So, welcome in. Well, okay, Coco was always here. All right. So, but anyway, no, we're not gonna dive yet. We'll start down. Oh, let's see. Let's pull it up. Got about 170 miles. In about 100 miles or so, we'll begin setting up our FMC approach page, getting us all lined up. All right, so let's just kind of cruise on, enjoy the music a little longer, and soon the lovely sounds of Los Angeles. Center. Bad Attitude, I see you're on a nice little cruise of your own from Ramstein somewhere. He graced us with a go around not too long ago. All right, folks. Let me bring charts in here real quick. Let's take a look at what we've got ahead of us here. It's not real hard, but it was real hard to get loaded earlier. Whew. Hang on a second. Thought I was on that. I wasn't. Okay, there's charts. And again, you can see where we are. We just started in. The green dash line is the boundary of Los Angeles, so we could conceivably get pinged by them. We'll see. But anyway, Brusher 1 arrival. We'll start at Tents, and by planted, which is 18 miles away, we got to be at 29,000. And then between 29 and 24 by duty. Mayor between 25 and 19 at 270 knots. Folks, there are a lot of great videos out there of approaches and aircraft not on the same page. Approaches, pilots aren't. What that means at. And you know, they got college degrees, most of them. You would think that simple two-letter word they'd understand, but yeah. Anyway, Brusher at 250 knots between 17 and 13. Folks, we're over some pretty high terrain. 10,100's the minimum safe. And then we'll come off the football side. Bidwell, Ensue, football, Pigskin, Toolman. And you can see the different stair-stepping down speeds and altitude. Pigskin will end up at 6,000 feet. Tillman, we begin setting up for the ILS or visual if we can see it that far out. But we'll use the ILS to get us in. All right, so from there, like I said, the ILS. Hang on a second, folks. All right, so Jamil was up and on in for runway 8. Once we're on the ground, folks, we'll plan somewhere in here. Where? I don't know, but somewhere in there. Probably one of, maybe this pier or this pier. Now, the fun part comes with trying to figure out what are we going to. You like the MiG-24? Ah. Been near one in Nicaragua. I've actually can't remember if the Air Force Museum had any Russian aircraft. I know it had some other military's hardware in there. I can't remember if 24 was. I don't think the 24. I think a 15 was in there. Maybe 21. Or 17. I'm sorry. Those are the two that looked alike. But yeah, great. That is awesome to be up next to a MiG-24. All right, now the next big thing we got to figure out is speed, and we'll get that at about 80 miles out. We'll fill out the approach page, and it'll give us our speeds. Well, most of what they got, I'll use your phraseology there, we shot down. Ah, Los Angeles. 126,525. I was wondering if we were gonna.
I maintain level 340. 340 for 432. Pacific Southwest 1036, 20 south of Milford, it's level 320. Speedbird 2089, tower 120.95. Speedbird 27 November Victor, field inside. Speedbird 27 November Victor, cleared visual approach 26 left, the wind 170 at 7 gust 18, runway 26 left, clear to land. Clear to land, 26 left, visual, Speedbird 27 November Victor. 799 Lima Golf, welcome to Henderson, taxi to the ramp, thanks for flying. This is the ramp, 9 Lima Golf, thanks for your service, we'll see you later. Take out. LA Southwest 1036, south of Milford at 320. Southwest 1036, Los Angeles Center, how do you hear? Loud and clear for Southwest 1036, how many? 5 by 5, second time, radar contact. You are 13 miles northwest Cedar City, VOR, descend chow to arrival, Las Vegas altimeter 299.5. Alright, descend via chow to arrival and copy the altimeter way up Bravo at Vegas for Southwest 1036.
Good afternoon, Descend American 2846, checker 340, about 44 east of Texas.
261 Lima Foxtrot, descend and maintain 8,000. Descend and maintain 8,000, 261 Lima Fox. Alright, who's checking on?
American 2046, so about 42 miles east of Texas.
2846, radar contact 62 miles west of the 29 Palms VOR. Maintain level 340.
Maintain 340, American 2846.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 313 at LAX, request pushback onto taxiway D, Delta.
South 313, towers now online, contact him 120.9 or 5.
Over to Tower 120.905, Southwest 313.
Center United 8792, radio.
I don't know if you've all seen this.
9792.
LA keeps pinging me, and I told them, we're trying, but can't break through.
207, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
We're going to go all the way through and never talk to them.
Swiss Flight 41, left turn, direct clipper, join the Orca 5 departure, climb maintains level 330. Okay, your mic's muted.
Say again for Swiss for 1, please.
Left turn, direct clipper, join the Orca 5 departure, climb and maintain, flight level 330.
Left clipper, join the Orca 5 departure and climb level 330, Swiss for 1 heading.
Delta 2641, climb maintain level 380.
Climb and maintain 380 for Delta 2641.
514, Mike Tango, taxi the ramp.
And LA Center, Channel 27.
Oh boy, this is why I try really to stay away.
South 144, radar contact 9 miles southeast of the Paradise VOR, maintain level 360. Southwest 144, maintain level 360.
LA Center, American 572. We've been trying to get through with you. Fly level 370. I don't know.
Good afternoon, Bolari 7741 360 for 397.
American 572, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. Radar contact 61 miles northwest. N Canyon VOR, cross painted, flight level 290.
390, Bolari 7741.
7741, standby. American 572, did you copy?
Negative, we did not copy with all of that.
American 572, radar contact 60 miles northwest, Grand Canyon VOR. Cross painted, flight level 290.
We'll cross painted, flight level 290. Sorry.
Los Angeles Center Pacific 2089, short final 24 right. SIG 2089, tower 120.905. 2095 for Pacific 2089, and thanks for being there, Ben. Awesome as always. Alright, take care. Bye-bye. Valara 7741. Radar contact.
All right.
16 miles northwest Palmdale VOR. Maintain flight level 390.
Right, contact 390 741.
Swiss Flight 41, radar contact lost.
Speedbird 256, flight level 3200.
Speedbird 256, radar contact. Climb maintain 13,000.
All right, let's put all this information in.
13,000, Speedbird 256.
And I sense a Johnny 27, fully ready to go, 19 right.
Janet 27, wind 170 at 7, gust 18, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
19 right, clear for takeoff, Johnny 27,
Spirit 27, November Victor. Radar contact lost.
And
LA Center, North America 276 Romeo Bravo is on attached to be 5,500 climbing VFR request.
276 Romeo Bravo, what's your request?
North America 276 Romeo Bravo is type North America T6 text requesting VFR flight following to John Wayne 11,500.
Six Romeo Bravo, squawk 5317 ident.
5317 276 Romeo Bravo.
LA Center Inferno 11. United 8792, radar contacts out.
Yeah, 8792 passing through 7,500.
United 8792, altitude checks, climb maintain 13,000.
13,000, United 8792.
all right.
Janet 27, radar contacts altitude.
Operating crossing 2,600 feet, Johnny 27.
Jan 27, altitude checks, climb on course, maintain 14,000.
Climb on course, maintaining 14,000, Johnny 27.
Verna 11, Station Center, go ahead.
Yes, sir. How you doing today? Looking to pick up a VFR up, following up to the north to the desert flow, if you can give that to me.
Say you wanted flight following?
Affirmative.
What you flying today?
Super Hornet, sir.
All right, folks, as you can tell, it is crazy here. Top
Alright,
of descent
Inferno 11,
is
squawk
closing
4766.
in.
LS altimeter is 298 expect 3 left for departure.
Alright, we'll call you ready to taxi, Inferno 1. We'll expect 3 left, and you said 2989?
298, that is correct.
Thank you much, sir. We'll give you a holler ready to taxi.
United 8792, maintain level 360.
Flight level 360, United 8792, thank you.
Speedbird 256, climb maintain level 350.
Could you request flight level 330? I think we're too heavy to go 250.
Alright, Speedbird 256, maintain level 330.
Thank you, Speedbird 256.
All right,
JetBlue
folks.
131, expect ILS 25 left approach.
25 left, JetBlue 131.
We're almost out of it, folks. Tents will be gone.
Center 261 Lima Foxtrot, we're overhead so 10,000.
276 Romeo Bravo, radar contact 28 miles northwest Palmdale VOR, Palmdale altimeter 3000, maintain VFR altitudes.
Altimeter 3000, maintain VFR 276 Romeo Bravo. Thanks.
Alright, somebody else calling, who's that?
Center 61 Lima Foxtrot, we're still descending 9,500 for 8,000, we're overhead McCarran.
261 Lima Foxtrot, continue, let's see, are you going west right now?
Affirmative.
Alright, turn right heading 050, descend to 5,000.
Right turn 050 down to 5,000, 261 Lima Fox.
Jet 27, you are entering the range. Frequency change is approved. Switch to advisory, see ya.
Jet 27 switching, thanks again. Take care, bye.
Hey, Center Inferno 1, ready to taxi, sir.
Inferno 11, runway 3 left, taxi. What is it, Foxtrot?
Yes, sir, that sounds about right. 3 left by Foxtrot, Inferno 11.
One Lima Foxtrot, expect a visual runway 19 right.
Okay, expect a visual runway 19 right, 261 Lima Fox.
And 1 Lima Fox, maintain 6,000 for now. That way I don't have to worry about terrain issues.
That's 6,000, 261 Lima Fox.
All right, let's put this in a managed descent. The dot's up, and we are starting down. I'm not calling.
432 Lima Airspace North, radar service terminator, frequency change approved, Oakland Center all blinds, switch to advisory.
Okay, thanks, man. Southwest 432 signing off.
Yeah. That is so true, Kristen. So true.
November 261 Lima Foxtrot, left turn, heading 250.
250, 261 Lima Fox.
Okay, folks, we're starting our descent. He already cleared us to 29,000 at painted, and we're starting down. And at tense, he's probably going to clear us out of here.
Center Inferno 11.
Inferno 1, go.
Okay, go ahead and call the desert Moa hot at this time.
Copy, thank you.
We'll get, and just a heads up, we'll give you a heads up 10 out from leaving the airspace.
Copy.
So business as usual.
Hey, stick around, might have an intercept for you.
I don't know, sir. Would you intercept me? Because I'd intercept me. Center Inferno 1, what's that target if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, we don't have a target. We're just saying this might have one show up.
You know? He's got 10 minutes to leave the airspace, that airspace, otherwise it's, he's going to have somebody not so happy with him. And we're ready to go, Inferno 11.
Inferno 11, the wind is 18012, gusts 18, runway 3 left, clear for takeoff, straight out departure.
3 left, clear for takeoff, and we'll make it a straight out departure, Inferno 11.
261 Lima Foxtrot, left turn 180, report field in sight.
Okay, left turn 180. We have the field in sight, 261 Lima Fox.
261 Lima Foxtrot, cleared visual approach, 19 right.
Clear for the visual approach, runway 19 right, 261 Lima Fox.
All right, folks, we are just about to leave his airspace. Unless he wants to control me to Phoenix, I don't care, but it's just very hard to get a word in edgewise usually.
LA Center, Inferno 11, 3000.
Inferno 11, radar contact, altitude checks. Climb on course, your discretion into the range, and push tactical, give me a call on the outbound.
Push tactical cleared into the Desert Moa, and if we have any issues, we'll give you a holler, Inferno 11.
Alright. So it's 1036, expect ILS Zulu 26 left approach.
Southwest 1036, we'll expect that, thank you.
November 261 Lima Foxtrot, wind 1707, gusts 18, runway 19 right, you are clear to land.
19 right, clear to land, 261 Lima Fox, thanks.
service terminated. Frequency change approved. Albuquerque Center is offline. Switch to advisory. Enjoy the flight into Sky Harbor.
All right, American 572. Have a good day. Thanks for the ATC.
See you later. Jeff.
Oh, it gets very difficult to get a word in there. Let alone hear your call sign sometimes. All right, so after painted, folks, Dudley, we have to continue the descent. Dudley is down to 24, and we only have 20 miles, so I'm going to go ahead and set that because we are right now set up for it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and set us up for 19 by Mayor. Alright, so we are on our descent for Sky Harbor. Hope you all have enjoyed. It's been a pleasure flying this route. We actually made it so far. Knock on wood. And hopefully we'll get a good landing out of it. Okay, still nothing going on at Sky Harbor, so it looks like it's going to be our airspace, well, to a point. Got a couple, actually, nothing in range right now, so it looks like things are pretty decent for the moment. We're flying over Prescott here, and off in the distance there will be Sedona, and the little mysteries that go on there. We took off there about a week or two ago in the Citation 10. So that comes with X-Plane, so. All right, so looks like Mayor, we are gonna hit. Now we gotta make sure our speed is 270. We're okay right now. There's no speed restrictions through what we've flown. Mayor is our first of many to come. Got a couple of them at 250, and then we start slowing for a sequence into Sky Harbor. Beautiful area. I'll actually tell you this much. I really liked Phoenix. I also liked Vegas, but Vegas I'm not 100% sure how much I'd like living there, with the two different strips there and such. I mean, I could, don't get me wrong, but boy, but both cities, oh, 115 degrees just about every summer day. Ooh, takes a little bit to get used to, folks. At least with the strip, we could go in and out of misters and casinos to grab a quick, breath, because even though it's a dry heat, folks, it is an oven. But overall, I like the Phoenix area. Of course, granted, we stayed in the Scottsdale area, and boy, was that beautiful. But overall, I really like the Phoenix area. Just, oh my gosh, lot of people, lot of people. And again, as a tourist, everything looks better than living there. All right, folks, so we are making our way in on the arrival, coming up to Mayor, then Brusher, and then we really begin um, the approach. That is on our scope here, an American Airlines flight. Oh, what was his handle? 2760. Which variety of American out there? I have no idea. There are so many American virtuals. There used to be the same thing said about Delta, but I think many of them have come and gone. I'm pretty sure the one I joined many years ago and have since left, probably still out there, unless he too went his own way. But American Airlines, folks, forget the actual name they took. First one that broke through the barrier of getting sued for using American Airlines in any fashion. And the aircraft broke through. Uh, yeah, that was an amazing thing. Up until that point, you used many of the airlines out here, they sued you for copyright and trademarks. All right, Brusher, 13,000. Okay, we'll just keep it on. It's doing a good job managing us down. But boy, like I said, I've seen a whole lot of interesting things in the world of flight simming all these 25 years. All right, there's transition. I believe 2992 will start it at. Revisit here real quick.
Altimeter setting.
Two 2989. Okay. There we go. But I hope you've enjoyed this, folks. We are just about there. All right, next fix. Okay, 13,000 will make, and 250 as we begin to come into the Phoenix Basin. Hope y'all have enjoyed. All right. Oh, that's just another bottle? Right now? Oh, wow. You a little hungry tyke? Are you a hungry tyke? Give me 5. Huh? Oh, okay. Alrighty, there's 13,000 folks. Next altitude restriction to worry about. We're going to just set, well, we'll set 8,000. There's 250. And we are inbound, folks. I didn't even know that lake existed. Huh. Trying to figure. There's Scottsdale. Deer Valley. I think we went by that. We went up into the mountains towards Sedona, but that's not where we were headed. There was a neat train ride we took. Oh man, it was long, but boy was it just amazing to the scenery we went through up there. Wasn't the Grand Canyon. Can't remember anyway. It was phenomenal. And the only thing that I was upset about, I never saw a Roadrunner. I wanted so badly to see a Roadrunner. Wanted to see if they really went beep beep, and Wile E. Coyote was always chasing it. Yeah, I know. Roadrunner, coyotes after you. I remember Camelback Mountain. I think they was that what they. Oh, I can't remember. I think that's what they called it, but not certain. I could be wrong. But it was. Oh, I just love Phoenix. Scottsdale, the oldest Western. I forget the nickname they had. It was pretty cool. So, but we're inbound to Phoenix coming up on NC. I don't know who that is, but I knew Bidwell. Oh, St. Louis folks know Bidwell. Oh, too well. All right, football, then pigskin at 210, and that's when we begin to start looking into it. Tillman, I think I've heard the name, not 100% sure. And I got a feeling that is not the mountains I was thinking ahead of us. Anyway, again, I think 2 years ago we went. It was fun, enjoyed. Like I said, I'd go back every year if I could afford it. Even on a Legion, it's not cheap. I mean, cheap to get there, but once there, it's not cheap. All right, pigskin at 6,000, 210's what's dialed in. Then we drop the Tillman, and we'll come in over Jamal at 4,000. So, fun time, folks. We've had a great time flying this route. I hope you all have too. And don't forget, it is September. And with that comes some really nice deals. Not only in subbing for channels where you get 25% off 1 month subs and 3 month subs, but 30% off if you want to go all in for 6 months. Plus, if you like the loot cave that Twitch has, use the code Twitch sub 20, all one word. Twitch sub 20, all one word, and get 20% off. So really good deals right now, folks. Love for you to sub our channel. Benefits of subbing. The big one, ad-free viewing. You do not put up with any of the interruptions like we just had. And there's usually some great emotes. We're working on beefing up the Discord channel to allow just the subscribers to voice chat. And maybe even a subscriber section so you get a heads up what's coming today before everyone else. So, add to that, this week we crossed 500 subscribers over at YouTube. Now, subscribing at YouTube is like following here in Twitch. However, with that, I have the ability to become a partner with YouTube, and I am very seriously looking into it. What I need to set up in order for that to all occur. So, love prayers to help me through this arduous process, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around all that it means. So, but I want to say a big thank you to our YouTube fans and those of you here possibly at Twitch for giving us that honor and putting up with anywhere from 2 to 8 hour, 10 hour, 12-hour videos that we put up. Basically, if you didn't know, we live stream right now on Twitch. We may begin dual streaming, but for now, we're just live streaming on Twitch. And then I will, after we shut down Twitch, we're off air, I will then upload that video to YouTube completely unedited. So what happened on Twitch, you'll get to see on YouTube. You may not see the chat. Again, weighing, is that important or not? So I haven't really paid attention how the chat works. But thank you so much, folks. What an honor to cross that. Now we're shooting for 1,000. Let's go for it. And we're doing that here too. We're shooting to be a partner here now. All right, so let's start looking for an airport. There's got to be one out there somewhere. It's Phoenix. Okay, we're coming up on 4,000. We're slowing. As soon as we turn inbound, we probably will see it. Let's do this. First, anyone see an airport? Oh, I think I do, right over there. And then I think we can get a pretty good screenshot here, folks. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, flaps 1. Okay, constraints. Sky Harbor traffic, American 572 on the ILS, runway 8, Jamil. All right, folks, landing speeds 122, approach 130 is what we'll probably slow down to. All right, approach is on, glide slope localizer alive. Let's go brakes 2. Airport in sight. I think I'm gonna fly it on in from here. But again, my pleasure, folks, being up here at the helm. I hope y'all have enjoyed, and we look forward to you on our next flight. And Sky Harbor traffic, American 572, 5 mile final 4, runway 8, gear down. Okay, what do we got for a wind? Getting a little low, hang on. There we go. We're still managed on the speed at 130. Okay, looking good, dead on. Just got to get on the glide slope. Spoilers. Oh, I turned them wrong way. Cabin's ready, gear down. 3 green, brakes set, flaps full. Yes. Sky Harbor traffic, American 572, short final, runway 8.
500.
Landing, stable.
300. Minimum.
Caution, taxiway.
200.
Caution, taxiway.
Glide slope.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 20. 10. 5.
Caution, on taxiway. On taxiway.
Hey, we'll take the next intersection. Looks like that will be... I can't read it, it's such small print. Bravo 8. And Sky Harbor traffic, American 572 off Bravo 8, or runway 8, Bravo 8 to the American gates. Always helps to, I thought I did come out of reverse, folks, but obviously I did not. APU. Okay, and all right, let's go in C9 and find us a gate. Okay, brakes are set. We're in the blocks. And we had a beautiful flight here, folks. Gonna go ahead and pull that off right now. Hang on a second. Let me get a few things double checked that we may or may not have done. APU is, I believe, definitely up and running. Bleed air on. Terrain off. We never turned it on. Brake temperatures look fantastic. Turn that off. And anti-ice APU bleeds on. We'll turn the engine switches off. Throttle. All right, welcome in, folks. Hang on a second. We need to go here. Here. Chocks. Packs will be now gate. Wrap. All right, and there There we are, folks, in the gate. Oh, we need to call one more thing. There we go. Welcome to Sky Harbor, folks. American 572 in the gates. All right, let's take a look at this, shall we? First off, let me remove the overlay. All right, let's bring Sim Toolkit in here. Wrong one. Sorry, folks. Glad it didn't show. There we go. Looking at Sim Toolkit, 214 feet a minute at 132. Thumbs up. Like it. Hang on a second. The airline calls. All right, 242 feet a minute as well. We don't get a speed from there, and it is pending. Perfect. All right, so let's finish this flight off. And Mac Air, Mac Air. Perfect. Landed. Hang on a second. $242 feet a minute. Ooh, someone. Ooh, who did this? Where is OYSN to OYSY in an RJ 238 feet a minute? Congratulations. Great landing there at Mac Air. Wow. All right, so let's look at ours real quick. Okay, there's where we started. Boeing Field, Seattle. Yep, Airbus. Coming out of Boeing. They're learning a few things about how to keep. We'll stay there. We're not going to go about doors falling. I mean, how doors are made there. 2.5 hour flight, 967 miles, almost 5,000 kilos of fuel. 1.3 on the G's. Beautiful landing, folks. Looks like this. This is something you don't find on many of the flight trackers. We're alpha testing Elevatex. That's what the ribbon was at the top of the screen. And even they don't. They had a neat graphing system, but this tells the big story, folks. Because what it's showing here, not only the metrics. Now, Volanta gives you some metrics, and so does Elevatex and whatever else is out there. But you don't get this visual of where did you line up. Now, could Leaflet here, the map maker, be wrong? Yeah, because the Sims may not use Leaflet and they could be off a little. However, we landed 6 feet off the center line. That is outstanding. 1,700 feet down the runway. Outstanding. Numbers really look good. A great landing, folks. Just thrilled with it. All right. Interesting place to park a 777, but I don't think it's online because I don't see a call sign above it. And I thought we had a Southwest, but he may have gone offline or taxied. Who knows? Yeah, I think he went offline. I think we're the only dog in town right now. Yeah, Southwest just took off. So, all right. So, yeah, we're the only one here. We are going to go ahead, wrap up. Let me see here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead, wrap up, take a break, come back in a couple hours. Do I have the Piper Seneca? No, I have the Piper Arrow, the King Air, a great, that reminds me, Caravan, but I don't have the Seneca. I've got the Piper Arrow, just so you know, from V-Flight. I don't have the one that Thronda worked. Is it Thronda that worked with Just Flight or whatever the company's name was that just released? I have that other one, and I flat out love it. There's a couple little visual things that don't seem right to me, but it's too many years that may all blur and do wrong. But the Seneca I've heard about, and I've heard it's a pretty good addition here in X-Plane. I'm actually thinking about an Islander from Thronda to do some more Caribbean touring, enjoying the um, beta, what's come out in beta 1, beta 2 here for 1.2, um, and enjoying. I finally got a good landing, by the way, folks, on St. Bart's. Uh, Boy, it took a lot, folks. That is a difficult, it's a reason why there's a special certification to be able to do that. But I'd like to get the Islander, the twin engine, I think it's an Islander, and make a run at a Saba, potentially. I'm going to try it in the Caravan first, probably, see if I can do it. But if not, go for the um, run at Saba. Heard that a dude from Ohio designed a flying wing plane and make the blueprints public domain. Huh, interesting. The Air Force had flying wings long before the B-2, deemed them unstable until the B-2 they figured out the flaws, which was a computer they needed to fly the plane like the 117. But it's a beautiful plane, the B-2. So, but yeah, interesting. All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up here. And like I said, my goal is to hopefully come back tonight. I got a flight I wanted to fly yesterday. Time got the best of me, like it did today. And um, so I'd like to. I'm not certain if I'm going to bring it over to YouTube or not. I probably will. Um, but I'm hoping here within the next hour and a half to fly that. If I haven't made a mistake like I did yesterday, and I actually have something to do tonight that I'm totally oblivious to, which happened yesterday. So, you all have been great. Um, Coco, thanks for being along with us. Bad Attitude, Duluth Fly, thank you both for being here. Kirsten, thank you for the follow. And folks, you've been seeing it all day. There's been a verse going up. I am a Christian. And it is my prayer, folks. Just like Paul, what happened? Why did it not work? Uh-oh. Why did it not work? Did I misspell it? There we go. It is my prayer, just like Paul did back in the day. We actually flew out of an airport. It's actually Megas Alexandros, on the northern part of the Adriatic or the Grecian Sea there. Um, and this is my prayer for you too, and it is my prayer that your love may abound more and more with knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve what is excellent, and be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. Paul wrote that to the Philippians, and you can find it in the book of Philippians, chapter 1, 9 and 10. So, folks, be kind, be safe, and we look forward to seeing you on that next flight. If we don't get it in today, we'll see you Thursday. God bless you all. Have a great, great day. We'll see you on the next flight.